broken wishes. As we reach destiny, they burnt our bridges. Even after life, oppression has to lurk. Darkness always wants their light to never work. 100 years have passed in 1924. 100 years have passed in 1924. Hatred strive to stop the Ahlul Bayt before. And how was the house of Fatima after they burnt the door? How was the house of Fatima after they burnt the door? Come to Baqi and see the graves of the pure. We see graves in that state. Let us at least cry. We see graves in that state. Let us at least cry. Whistling wind for us would shed tears from their eye. And oh Yazid of the time, oh Yazid of the time, you will face Hussein. Oh Yazid of the time, you will face Hussein when Haidar's son shall avenge his mother's pain. When Haidar's son shall avenge his mother's pain. Mu'mineen, mu'minat, brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are all gathered here today to raise our voices against one of the biggest atrocities in the history of the world. As we know, around the world, whenever we look in different continents, whether it's North America, Europe, Australia, Asia, Africa, we see governments, we see people in power trying to preserve history. They try to make sure that their monuments, their historical meaning remains. However, unfortunately, in a country of Hijaz, where our legacy, where our history is fragmented, is established within the cities of Medina and Mecca, specifically Medina, we had a tyrant government in 1924 destroy one of our holiest shrines in Jannatul Baqi. Where the world tries to preserve history, this government seems to destroy history. And we are here today to raise our voices against that oppression that happened 100 years ago. It is 2024. This happened in 1924, and we will not remain silent. We will come here every year in the bitter cold to raise our voices against this oppression. So all together, if you can join with me, rebuild Al-Baqi! Rebuild Al-Baqi! Rebuild Al-Baqi! Rebuild Al-Baqi! 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 So today's program, just to let all of you know what it'll be, right now we'll have a speech by Maulana Sayyid Jali Haider Zaidi Sahab, after which we will begin our march here from Queen's Park to Nathan Phillips Square. And I ask all of you, it's cold, it's raining, in April it's snowing for whatever reason. However, we should not be cold on the inside, inshallah. We should see the spirit and the heat that's inside of us come out and let the whole world know what's going on, inshallah. So when we march, we ask you to please chant and let the world know on the sides, especially. See, we're in the heart of downtown Toronto. This is the key area where our voices need to be heard so the world knows what happened in 1924, inshallah. So with all of us together, inshallah, we will achieve this goal and we will chant all the way from here to Nathan Phillips Square. With that said, I'd like to call Maulana Sayyid Jali Haider Zaidi Sahab for a few words. Please welcome him with a salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وآله الطاهرين أما بعد فقال الله سبحانه وتعالى بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا ترفعوا أصواتكم فوق صوت النبي ولا صدق الله العلي العظيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, we all have gathered here to show our displeasement and to show our dissatisfaction with whatever took place 100 years back. Alhamdulillah, in spite of this weather, in spite of this bitter cold, I would say, and in this bitter cold and in this bitter weather, Salawatu Muhammad wa in spite of this weather, alhamdulillah, Allah has granted us this opportunity. Allah has blessed us with this opportunity that we all are here. And when I reflect upon it, for us it's very important to reflect that not only the personalities of Muhammad alayhi salam are very important, but also the graves, also the places, also the memories, also the houses that he used to live in is very important. And that's why as a follower of Muhammad, when you reflect upon Ziyaratul Jami'ah, you come across this beautiful words of Imam Hadi alayhi salatu wassalam when he says, وَأَنَّ أَرْوَاحُكُمْ وَنُورَكُمْ وَطِينَتُكُمْ وَاحِدًا طَابَتْ وَطَهُرَتْ بَعْضُهَا مِنْ بَعْضٍ. That I bear witness, and I'm not only bearing witness on my behalf, I'm bearing witness on behalf of everyone that's standing here. I bear witness that, O Al-Muhammad, your light, your creations, and also your souls, all of it is one. And in a way they are very blessed, and not only blessed but also very purified. خَلَقَكُمُ اللَّهُ نُورًا فَجَعَلَكُمْ بِعَرْشِهِ مُحْتَكِينَ. Indeed, Allah Almighty has created you light, and then He had observed His throne. حَتَّى مَنَّ عَلَيْنَا, until Allah Almighty bless your existence and bless us by your presence. And He made you live in those houses that He has raised. And not only the race, in those houses in which your name is glorified and dignified. Although we know that every creation in the heaven, every creation in the earth is glorifying and dignifying Allah Almighty. يُسَبِّحُ لِلَّهِ مَا فِي السَّمَوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ الْمَلِكِ الْقُدُّوسِ الْعَزِيزِ الْحَكِيمِ. Indeed, every creation in the heavens, every creation on the earth is praising and dignifying Allah Almighty, the sovereign, the one who is the one with the best of the wisdom. Everyone is doing it, right? But the best place to do so is in the house of Al-Muhammad. The best place to do so is near the grave of Al-Muhammad alayhi salam. So indeed, as a follower of Al-Muhammad, when you look upon what befell upon the graves of Al-Muhammad, graves of the blessed personalities in Jannatul Mu'alla and also in Jannatul Baqi, it really saddens us. It really makes us very disappointed. But at the same time, we all are here in this bitter weather. We all are here in the heart of the downtown in order to show our displeasure what this evil regime has done 100 years back. Even though it is 100 years back, but it's still we all are here in order to show that we are here, and we will always remember what took place years back. And this is not something which is only specific to the follower of Al-Muhammad. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. When you remember, and there are people that call themselves and they want to relate themselves with the first generation. You know, there are people that call themselves as well Salafis, right? And alhamdulillah, they can call themselves whatever they want to call. But Salafi means someone who used to follow the first three generations. The Sahaba, the companions, the Tabi'i, the followers of the companion. The Tabi'i, the people that came after the generation of those followers. So they associate themselves with whom? With three generations. And now let's see the first generation, how they used to respect the grace of the saints. How did they used to respect the grave of the Prophet? And who were the people that actually came against the people that respected them? Let me give you an example of one of the companions. His name is Osama bin Zayd. We all know Zayd bin Haritha, one of the very closest people that used to be even called as the son of the Prophet, right? People used to call him. He was martyred in one of the battle, and then afterwards prophets dispatched his son in order to go and fight against the people. But you see, this person, he was praying near the grave of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The riwayah says, Marwan ibn Hakam came in. And when Marwan came in, see the way he is talking to whom? To the companion of the Prophet. He said, Atusalli ila qabrihi? Are you praying to the grave of the Prophet? Even today, the people, when you are visiting that blessed grave, when you are visiting the blessed shrine, what are they accusing you? Or you're praying to them? You are praying to them. No, we're not praying to them. we are basically venerating it, we're basically honoring it, but praying is only for Allah Almighty. To which Osama replied, I'm not praying to the grave. Indeed, I have sincere love and affection for whom? For the Prophet. That's why I'm praying near the grave of the Prophet. There is a difference between praying near the grave of the Prophet and praying to the grave of the Prophet. And this is what we should make sure that we communicate the message. We're not praying to the blessed personalities. We are praying towards and near the memories and near the shrines and near the graves of these blessed personalities. At that moment, Marwan ibn Hakam the riwayah said, فَقَالَ قَوْلًا كَبِيحًا. He said something very repugnant. He said something very vile. At that moment, Osama bin Zayd, he came in and he said to Marwan, "O Marwan, indeed you have displeased me, and indeed I have heard the Prophet say, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ الْفَاحِشَ الْمُتَفَحِّشَ." Indeed, Allah does not like the one who does obscene act. Allah does not like the one who use foul behavior. And indeed, you are one of those that has done it. And this is same Marwan ibn Hakam. I really want to give you the genesis of what took place. The genesis of whatever is taking place 100 years back is basically the thing that used to be done by Marwan ibn Hakam. And you all know who he is. Someone, when Abu Abdullah came in to meet Walid, and when Abu Abdullah was leaving Medina, who was the one that said that, "Oh Walid, behead Abu Abdullah right now"? It was none other than Marwan ibn Hakam. Same Marwan ibn Hakam, the Prophet displays and asks his father Hakam to leave Medina. And at that said, لَعَنَ اللَّهُ الْحَكَمْ وَوَلَدُهُ. May Allah withdraw the mercy from Hakam, his father, and also his son Marwan. This is the same Marwan ibn Hakam. One last example, and then, because we need to be clear very ideologically. Inshallah, if we get time, we're going to speak more in terms of humanistic perspective at the end. But one last example that I want to quote is the example of a very blessed companion. His name is Uthman bin Maz'un radiyallahu anhu. Uthman bin Maz'un was first of the immigrants. Immigrants were the people that migrated from where? From Mecca to Medina. He was one of the first person to expire. He was the first of those that was passed away. So when he passed away, at that moment, the companions came to the Prophet and they said, what? أَيْنَ نَدْفُنُهُ? Where should we bury him? Prophet said, we're going to bury him to Baqi. So who's the first person that was buried there? It was Hazrat Uthman bin Maz'un rahmatullahi alayhi. From the immigrants and from the Ansar, who was the first to be buried? As'ad bin Zurara. Just giving you a very basic knowledge, right? So when he was buried there, Prophet made a special grave for him. And when he made that special grave, at the end, he put a stone in order for people to remember this blessed grave. Now you can understand, even Prophet would give the indication, would make the indication so that people would remember the blessed personalities. And when the Marwan ibn Hakam, he was made the governor of Medina, he came in and he desecrated the grave. He destroyed the stone and he took the stone and he put it in one of the other graves. And when people came in, when the companions came in, when the blessed people came in and reprimanded him for what he did, he said, إِذَا رَمَيْتُ فَلَا مَرَدَّ لَهُ. When I have done an action, there is no return back. So indeed, the people that desecrated the graves of Muhammad alayhi wasallam, that desecrated the graves of the companions of the Prophet, that desecrated the graves of some of the personalities that Shias and Sunnis they revere, you have to understand they're following the Sunnah of Marwan ibn Hakam. And the people that are being oppressed are the ones that are following the Sunnah of the Prophet and Muhammad alayhi wasallam. With this sincere thought and with this sincere energy in our heart, we're going to inshallah move from here all the way to the place that we have to go. And inshallah, although the weather is very cold, but Hamari Jazbat are there inshallah, and we'll make sure that inshallah when we are marching there, we all are answering the slogans, and we all are making sure that inshallah our voices reach to the place where they're supposed to reach inshallah. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa alihi
Before we begin to march, like Mulana said, it is a little cold, so we'd like to thank First Sayyid Jadid for his beautiful words. It is cold. However, how do we warm our hearts? That is through the name of Sayyidah Fatima Zahra Salamullah alayha. So I ask all of you from the bottom of your heart, match my voice inside, inshallah, when we say this. Labbaik ya Zahra! Labbaik ya Zahra! Labbaik ya Hussein! Labbaik ya Hussein! Now let us speak out against that tyrant, those group, that family that is responsible for this atrocious act. Please join me in saying, down, down, Ali Saud! Down, down, Ali Saud! Down, down, Ali Saud! Down, down, Ali Saud! We are joined. It is our honor and pleasure to be joined with Hujjatul Islam, Maulana Sayyid Hussain Shirazi Sahib, who has always been a supporter of this movement, who has been with us from here. He's driven to Ottawa, and we are pleased and honored that he's here with us today. So before we begin, we'd like to ask Maulana Sayyid Hussain Shirazi Sahib for a few words. Please welcome him with a loud salawat. Ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين خداوند قدوس کی بارگاہ میں دست بدعا ہوں کہ خدا آپ کے ہر قدم کو عبادت شمار فرمائے. آپ کا مذہب مکتب اہل بیت وہ واحد مکتب ہے کہ جہاں ظالم کے خلاف آواز بلند کرنا عبادت کا درجہ رکھتا ہے. ہم یہاں پہ آج کے دن جو اکٹھے ہوئے ہیں یہ فقط شیعی فریضہ نہیں ہے کہ ہم شیعہ ہیں تو ہمیں یہاں پہ آنا چاہیے اس ظلم کے خلاف. یہ فقط اسلامی فریضہ نہیں ہے کہ اسلام یہ حکم دیتا ہے کہ آپ ایسے لوگوں کے خلاف باہر نکلیں. یہ انسانی فریضہ ہے. یاد رکھیے طول تاریخ میں تشیع اور اہل بیت کے جو دشمن تھے وہ فقط اہل بیت کے دشمن نہیں تھے, وہ انسان کے دشمن تھے. جو حسین کا دشمن ہے وہ انسان کا دشمن ہے, جو پیغمبر اکرم کا دشمن ہے وہ انسان کا دشمن ہے, جو تشیع کا دشمن ہے وہ انسان کا دشمن ہے. آج کے دور میں یہ جو دور گزر رہا ہے پچھلے 10-15 سال, آپ اگر غور فرمائیں تو انہی طاقتوں کے بنائے ہوئے ملعونین جن میں آئیسس ہے, القاعدہ ہے, طالبان ہے, کھلے ہوئے دیو ہیں, بند دیو ہیں, یہ جتنے بھی شیعت کے خلاف کام کر رہے تھے آخر دنیا یہ ماننے پہ مجبور ہوئی کہ جو شیعہ کا دشمن ہوتا ہے وہ انسان کا دشمن ہوتا ہے. تو ہماری دشمنی انسان دشمنوں کے ساتھ ہے, اور ان میں سر فہرست آج کل جو مین سٹریم میڈیا پہ آپ دیکھیں تو یہ ایک ہوا کھڑا کرتے ہیں, ایک آئیڈل بناتے ہیں اور اس کے خلاف باتیں کرتے ہیں. کبھی آئیسس, کبھی القاعدہ, کبھی طالبان, کبھی سپاہی صحابہ, کبھی لشکر جھنگوی, کبھی جبہت النصرہ, لیکن یہ اصل جگہ تک نہیں پہنچتے. جو ان تمام دہشت گردوں کی ماں ہے اس کو آل سعود کہتے ہیں. اور یہ کوئی ایسا نہیں ہے کہ آل سعود برطانیہ نے ایک دم بنا دیا, جیسے ایک اور ملعون کھڑا کیا ہے مڈل ایسٹ میں اسی برطانیہ نے, اور اسی برطانیہ نے ان وہابیوں کو کھڑا کیا. ایسا نہیں ہے. یہ ایک طول تاریخ ہے کہ جہاں دو طرح کے اسلام پائے جاتے ہیں. پچھلے 1400 سال سے یہ جنگ جاری ہے. ایک اسلام ثقیفہ کا ہے, ایک اسلام امیر کائنات کا ہے, ایک اسلام معاویہ کا ہے, ایک اسلام امام مجتبیٰ کا ہے, ایک اسلام یزیدی اسلام ہے, ایک اسلام حسینی اسلام ہے. اور یہ اسی طرح تاریخ کا تسلسل ہے کہ آج جو ثقیفہ اور معاویہ کا اسلام ہے اس کو آل سعود, آل خلیفہ اور یہ مڈل ایسٹ کے ڈکٹیٹرز خدا انہیں تباہ کرے, یہ معاویہ والے اسلام والے ہیں, اور آپ جو یہاں آئے ہیں یہ حسین ابن علی کے اسلام والے ہیں.
ڈاؤن ڈاؤن آل سعود,
ڈاؤن ڈاؤن آل سعود,
ڈاؤن ڈاؤن آل سعود,
ڈاؤن ڈاؤن آل سعود. اور وہ نعرہ لگائیے جس سے ان کی سب سے زیادہ جان جاتی ہے, لبیک یا حسین, لبیک یا حسین, لبیک یا حسین, لبیک یا حسین,
لبیک یا حسین,
لبیک یا حسین. اور فقط یہ نہیں ہے کہ ان کی اصل ایک ہے, ان کی روٹ ایک ہے, نا ان کے کام بھی ایک جیسے ہیں. مثلا کون ہم سے جوان سوال کرتے تھے کہ مولانا کیسے ممکن ہے کہ 6 مہینے کے بچے کا گلا کاٹ دیا جائے, مولانا کیسے ممکن ہے کہ کسی کو قتل کر کے پھر اتنے شکی ہو کہ اس کی لاشیں کو پائمال کریں. آگا یہ آج کے دور میں دیکھ سکتے ہیں کہ آج بھی 6 مہینے کے بچوں کے سر کاٹے جا رہے ہیں. مثلا آپ اور میں اسی شہر میں، تب بہت زیادہ سردی تھی، آج تو اس کے مقابلے میں کچھ بھی نہیں ہے، جب ان ملعونوں نے آیت اللہ شیخ باقر نمر کو شہید کیا تھا. آج سے 5-6 سال پہلے کی بات ہے، ہم یہاں اکٹھے ہوئے تھے. دیکھیے کیسے یزیدی آج بھی زندہ ہے کہ آیت اللہ باقر نمر کا لاشا ابھی تک ان کی فیملی کو واپس نہیں کیا گیا. یہ ایسے بروٹل ہیں، یہ ایسے ملعونین ہیں. آپ یہاں فقط حق جناب زہرا کے لیے نہیں بلکہ انسانوں کی بہتری کے لیے آئے ہوئے ہیں. ان ملعونین کا ان کا نام غصب کیا ہوا ہے. حجاز ہے جس کو سعودی عرب کہتے ہیں. سعودی عرب کوئی نام نہیں ہے. یہ جس مقام پہ ہے وہ مقام قبضے کا ہے. یہ جو باتیں کرتے ہیں وہ باتیں ساری ملعونوں والی ہیں اور ان کا انجام قریب ہے. آقا امیر المومنین کا فرمان ہے، کفر کے ذریعے حکومت قائم رہ سکتی ہے، ظلم کے ذریعے حکومت قائم نہیں رہ سکتی. یہ وہ ملعونین ہیں کہ پوری دنیا میں ہر جگہ پہ جہاں بھی دہشت گردی ہوئی ہے ان کے ہاتھ اس خون میں رنگے ہوئے ہیں. یہ کینیڈا، یہاں پہ دہشت گردی ہوئی تھی آٹوا میں، اس کے پیچھے سعودی تھے. امریکہ میں دہشت گردی ہوئی، وہاں پہ سعودی تھے. پاکستان میں آج تک دہشت گردی کروا رہے ہیں. ان کے دن نزدیک ہے. میں عرض کیا کرتا ہوں کہ میں وہ آدمی ہوں کہ جب عراق کا ویزا پاکستان میں ایک دفعہ لینا تھا تو ایک سنی ملا کی مجھے سفارش کروانی پڑی تھی. ہمیں امبیسی میں نہیں جانے دیتے تھے، وہ عراق جو حسینی عراق ہے. آپ 2003 سے پہلے اگر کسی کو کہتے کہ عراق اس شکل میں ہوگا جس شکل میں آج ہے تو وہ کہتے مولانا آپ دیوانے کا خواب دیکھ رہے ہیں. ایسا ممکن نہیں ہے. آقا مظلوم کربلا کا حرم 6 بجے کے بعد بند ہو جاتا تھا. اونچی آواز میں کربلا میں آپ یا حسین نہیں کہہ سکتے تھے. آپ بلند آواز سے مظلوم کربلا کی زیارت نہیں پڑھ سکتے تھے. آپ اونچی آواز میں اہل بیت کا نام نہیں لے سکتے تھے. 2003 سے پہلے اگر کوئی آپ کو یہ کہتا کہ یہ عراق ایسا ہو جائے گا جیسا آج ہے تو لوگ کہتے کہ یہ دیوانے کا خواب ہے، اس کو ہیلوسینیشنز ہوتی ہے. لیکن ہم نے دیکھا کہ وہی عراق جو صدام کا عراق تھا وہ عراق امام حسین کا عراق ہو گیا. اسی طرح آج یہ جو مدینہ منورہ اور مکہ مکرمہ اور یہ جو مقام مقدسات ہیں جن پہ اس وقت آل سعود نے قبضہ کیا ہوا ہے، ان قریب یہ مقام حسینی ہو جائے گا. ہم جنت البقیع میں اپنی زندگی میں جنت البقیع میں انشاءاللہ عزاداری بپا کرے گا اور یہ خدا کا وعدہ ہے. اور اس جنت البقیع سے یہ جو 40 واق کربلا جاتی ہے ہم اپنی زندگیوں میں دیکھیں گے. ان کے آقا مارے جا رہے ہیں تو یہ غلاموں کی کیا حیثیت ہے. ان ملعونوں کے آقا جوتے کھا رہے ہیں اس وقت دنیا میں، ان کے منہ پہ جوتیاں لگ رہی ہیں. تو یہ جن کے نوکر ہیں وہ جب اپنی بالکل آخری سانسوں پہ ہیں تو یہ ملعون اسی وقت. یہ ہمارے امریکہ کا جو پچھلا صدر تھا اس نے یہ کہا تھا کہ اگر ایک ہفتہ ہم آل سعود سے ہاتھ کھینچ لیں تو یہ آل سعود ڈوب جائے گی. ملعونوں تم ان کے پیچھے ہاتھ کھینچو یا نہ کھینچو، ان کی ناک زمین پہ رگڑی جانے والی ہے.
Down, down, آل سعود. Down, down, آل سعود. Louder, brother. لبیک یا حسین.
لبیک یا حسین.
لبیک یا حسین.
لبیک یا حسین. ہم اپنی زندگی میں دیکھیں گے انشاءاللہ جنت البقیع سے 40 واق شروع ہوا کرے گی اور کربلا میں جا کے اختتام پذیر ہوا کرے گی. یقین مانیے آپ کا ایک ایک قدم عبادت ہے، آپ کا اس مقام پہ سانس لینا عبادت ہے. فارچونیٹ ہے یا انفارچونیٹ ہے کہ یہاں پہ 10 بندے اکٹھے ہوں تو پاکستان، ہندوستان اور ان علاقوں میں اگر 10,000 اکٹھے ہوں تو اتنے وہ مؤثر نہیں ہوتے. آپ کا یہاں پہ آنا بارگاہ جناب زہرا میں خدا کرے کہ قبول ہو، مقبول ہو. اور جو دوسری بات آپ کی خدمت میں عرض کروں کہ جب آقا مار کھانے لگے تو یہ وہابیت کی ڈائن اپنے بچے خود کھا رہی ہے. یہ ملعون ایک دوسرے کو اب مار کے مریں گے اور انشاءاللہ پرچم حضرت ابو الفضل عباس حجاز مقدس پہ لہرائے گا اور انشاءاللہ آقا کا ترانہ کعبۃ اللہ میں گایا جائے گا.
لبیک یا زہرا.
لبیک یا زہرا.
لبیک یا زہرا.
لبیک یا زہرا. اور یہ خداوند قدوس کا وعدہ ہے اور قرآن کہتا ہے کہ انہم یرونہ بعیدا ونراہ قریبا. آل سعود کے ملعونین کو لگتا ہے کہ ہمیں بہت مہلت ملی ہوئی ہے، ان کو لگتا ہے کہ ان کا ڈاؤن فال بہت دور ہے. वनराहु करीबा, हम तो देख रहे हैं कि ये मलून जाने वाले हैं, और इंशाअल्लाह यही जम खुदा यहाँ पे आने वाले हर मोमिन को और हर आजाद और हुर्रियत फिक्र इंसान को खुदा बंदे कुद्दूस इंशाअल्लाह आज के दिन के सदक़े में जन्नतुल बकी में आजादी के साथ आजादारी करने की तौफीक देगा, और इंशाअल्लाह हम इकट्ठे वहां मातम मजलूम करबला करेंगे। खुदावंद कुद्दूस आपका हामी और नासिर हो और आपके सदक़े में मुझ हकीर के गुनाहों को भी माफ फरमाए। एक दफा जो मोमिनीन पिछले साल हमारे साथ शरीक थे और इस साल नहीं है, जो किसी वजह से नहीं आ सके, जो मोमिनीन बीमारी की वजह से नहीं आ सके, उन सब की रफ़े मुश्किलात के लिए, आले सऊद के खात्मे के लिए, आले खलीफा के खात्मे के लिए, वहाबियत की डाइन की मौत के लिए, इमाम ज़मान के ज़ुहूर के लिए बावाज़े बुलंद सलावत।
Down, down, Ale Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ale Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud. Thank you so much, Maulana Sayyid Hussain Sharagi Saud, for that wonderful speech. Inshallah, we will begin our march from here to Nathan Phillips Square, inshallah. So we will go straight. But I ask you, everybody, before we go, and I know we know this, but inshallah, a reminder is always good. I ask those who claim that they love our holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I ask you one question. For those who have gone to Umrah, for those who have gone to Hajj, you know you've been at Jannatul Baqi. A few feet outside is the Haram of Rasulullah. Today, history cries tears of blood, witnessing what it sees today. Because we ask one question: how can you say you love a man, Rasulullah, when you hurt his family? Back 1400 years ago, you did the same thing. 1400 years later, you're doing the same thing. So I ask you all, with this heat inside of us, with these emotions, with this love inside of us, with this cold weather, let us combat this cold weather, walk towards Nathan Phillips Square and chant together, inshallah. So the volunteers will be in the front, inshallah. We ask the sisters to be in the back, inshallah, and we will continue our march. There will be lakmiyat in English, inshallah. We will chant. So for those who I have already asked to please part of the chant, please stay nearby me so I can pass the mic, inshallah. So let us, Brother Mazhar, please go ahead.
Let me give you the path for today. We are going to go south here. When we hit the road, you see the College Street. We'll go left on College Street till Bay Street. From Bay, we'll go south till Nathan Phillips Square or City Hall. And there we are going to, inshallah, conclude after a few speeches. So that is our march. We are going to be in front, so please follow us.
Bismillah, let's begin. Labbaik ya Hussain.
Labbaik ya Hussain.
Labbaik ya Hussain.
Labbaik ya Hussain.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ale Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ale Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ale Saud.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
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 Louder, brother, louder.
We are in the heart of downtown Toronto, brothers and sisters. Downtown Toronto, where there's everybody watching us. Some people are working. They're in the buildings watching us. There are people on the streets that are listening to us. We are speaking in their native language. We have signs in their native language. We need to speak out because this is our time. We do not stay quiet. We do not sit on the fence. We are the Muslims of Rasulullah. We are the Shia of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Like Maulana Hussain Shirazi said, this is not just a Shia fariza. This is a Muslim fariza, inshallah. So I ask all of you to please speak out together from the bottom of your heart. Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ale Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ale Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Labbaik ya Zahra.
Labbaik ya Zahra.
Labbaik ya Zahra.
Labbaik ya Zahra.
Labbaik ya Hussain.
Labbaik ya Hussain.
Labbaik ya Hussain.
Labbaik ya Hussain.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
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 Down, down, Ali Saud.
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 Al-Baqi, al-Baqi.
Al-Baqi, Al-Baqi,
Al-Baqi, al-Baqi.
Al-Baqi, Al-Baqi,
Rebuild al-Baqi.
rebuild Al-Baqi,
Rebuild al-Baqi.
rebuild Al-Baqi.
From the bottom of our hearts, brothers and sisters, we are approaching the fourth.
Slow down, slow down.
The largest city in the country of Canada, the busiest country, the busiest city in the country of Canada. There are people listening to us, watching us. 100 years ago in 1924, there was an atrocity that was done in the country of Saudi Arabia where they destroyed the mausoleum, the shrine of four personalities. One, as we've seen in our books, was the daughter of the Prophet Sayyidah Fatima al-Zahra, and four of his representatives, Imam Hassan alayhi salam, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam, Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam, and Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq. Their shrines were destroyed, and till today we cannot go to their graves and we cannot visit them properly. We get stopped. We get stopped whenever we do that. And this is only for the hatred that they have for the family of the Prophet. So I ask all of you, please, from the bottom of your hearts, scream with me, rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Al-Baqi! Al-Baqi! Rebuild al-Baqi! 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 Rebuild al-Baqi! Al-Baqi! Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Down, down, Ali Saud!
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud!
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein.
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein.
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein.
Please, brothers, we're about to cross the street. I ask all of you to please be very careful. Please watch both ways before you cross, as this is one of the busiest intersections in the city. So I ask all of you to please be safe. Please, chant, stand with me. Down, down, Ali Saud!
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud!
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud!
Down, down, Ali
Please,
Saud.
let's try to stay together as much as possible. Please shorten the gaps, inshallah, so that we can be all together, inshallah. The more together we are, the more powerful the message, inshallah. So let's all try to be together as much as possible. If you can ask you all to please catch up as much as possible, so that we can be together, inshallah. Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
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 I know it's cold, brothers and sisters, I know it's cold, but as we walk, as we come together, it will become warmer, and inshallah, with the chance of rebuilding al-Baqi and remembering Fatima al-Zahra, the daughter of the Holy Prophet and the grandson of the Holy Prophet, inshallah, our hearts will remain warm and we'll be able to get to our destination in no time, inshallah. All together, please. Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein.
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 I can ask Sister Sakina personally if she is nearby to please come and please be with us for chanting, inshallah. For Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad, salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد.
لبيك يا حسين
لبيك يا حسين.
لبيك يا حسين
لبيك يا حسين.
لبيك يا حسين
لبيك يا حسين.
لبيك يا حسين.
لبيك يا حسين.
With the deepest of your hearts, I ask you to chant here. لبيك يا حسين.
لبيك يا حسين.
لبيك يا حسين.
لبيك يا حسين.
We fight for justice on these streets today. I ask ask us again from the deepest of our hearts. Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Al-Baqi, al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Al-Baqi, al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi.
Labbaik ya Zahra!
Labbaik ya Zahra.
Labbaik ya Zahra!
Labbaik ya Zahra.
Labbaik ya Zahra!
Labbaik ya Zahra.
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
स्लो गैप हो जा रहा है आहिस्ता आहिस्ता थोड़ा सा आहिस्ता आहिस्ता चले छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स लेके चले थोड़ा रुक जा गैप ज्यादा हो जा रहा है पीछे इसकी वजह से
Again, brothers and sisters, we are walking on the streets of downtown Toronto. Let me explain to everybody what's going on for those who can hear my voice. In 1924, 100 years ago, one of the greatest acts of terrorism occurred in the plains of Medina, in the city of Medina, when the government of Saudi Arabia destroyed the shrines of the daughter of the Prophet and 4 of his representatives. We are here demanding this country of Saudi Arabia to rebuild those shrines, to preserve history, because we do not destroy history, we preserve history. We are against any sort of injustice, and we are against any sort of tyranny and oppression. So I ask all of you from the bottom of your hearts, please join me. Rebuild al-Baqi!
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 Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein!
100 years ago we have faced this zulm. 100 years ago this atrocity, this tyranny, this oppression happened. Let everybody who is listening to our voice, who are walking on the sidewalks of Toronto, who can hear my voice, show your signs high, because we do not stand for any injustice. We speak out against injustice, any sort of oppression. 100 years ago, 1924, this happened. It is now 2024. We will not stay silent until we see the shrine of al-Baqi built again. So please join me. Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat!
al-Baqi! 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 Rebuild!
I'd like to remind us the importance of rebuilding al-Baqi, the significance behind al-Baqi. It is encouraged in our Islamic teachings to remember those who sacrificed their lives for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sunni and Shia perform visitations to the shrines in order to remember and worship God. There is no shirk, there is no polytheism that takes place in these holy sites. For example, in Iraq and Iran, there is seeking intercession. We supplicate to Allah by using these names of the holy individuals. We do not commit shirk. And we ask for the least of respect to be preserving these shrines on these holy sites and these holy graves. Rebuild al-Baqi!
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 Al-Baqi, al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Al-Baqi, al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Al-Baqi, Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Al-Baqi, Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Al-Baqi, Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Nara Hadari. Labbaik ya Hussein.
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 Down, down, Saudi Arabia.
Down, down, Saudi Arabia.
Down, down, Saudi Arabia.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
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 Down, down, Saudi Arabia.
Alamdar, can you come over, please?
Alamdar, I'd like to call upon Alamdar Musi, please, to recite in English, English Naha, inshallah, in remembrance of Jannat al-Baqi. Until he gets there, please chant from the bottom of your hearts, Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Look inside this heart of mine, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, everyone, Jannatul Baqi, 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 Jannatul Baqi. Look inside this heart of mine, Jannatul Baqi, 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 everyone, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi. You will see a shattered shrine, Jannatul Baqi, 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 Jannatul Baqi. Broken graves with tears of grief, clouds with somber moods. Broken graves with tears of grief, clouds with somber moods. Sleeping with this pain combined, Jannatul Baqi, 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 Jannatul Baqi. They tormented my masters like even in their death. They tormented my masters like even in their death. Don't they fear the one divine, Jannatul Baqi, 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 Jannatul Baqi. Look inside this heart of mine. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul
Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi.
Jannatul Baqi.
Along with Baqir and Hassan, Abid and Jafar. Along with Baqir and Hassan, Abid and Jafar. I want to rest in that line. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi. You will see a shattered shrine. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi.
How elegant, how beautiful you were come to me. How elegant, how beautiful you were come to me. In my heart is your design. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi. Look inside this heart of mine. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
Broken grave with tears of grief, clouds with somber moods. Broken grave with tears of grief, clouds with somber moods. Sleeping with this pain combined. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul
Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
With the son of Murtada, the moon of Fatima. With the son of Murtada, the moon of Fatima. Once again we'll see you shine. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi. You will see a shattered shrine. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi.
along with Baqir and Hassan, Abid and Jafar. Along with Baqir and Hassan, Abid and Jafar. I want to rest in that line. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul
Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
They tormented my master's life even in their death, they tormented my master's life. Even in their death, don't they fear the one divine? Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul
Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
Baqi, look inside this heart of mine. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul
Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi.
Jannatul Baqi.
Oh, how I want to hold their shrine, cry my eyes away. Oh, how I want to hold their shrine, cry my eyes away. To Abbas provide a sign. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
With our loudest of voices, please, there are people that are watching us from the restaurants and from the side of the streets. All together, please, rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi,
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
rebuild Al-Baqi.
Down, down, Al Saud!
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Al Saud!
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Al Saud!
Down, down, Ali
I'd like
Saud.
to call upon now Sister Nargis, please, to present some of her spoken word poetry about today. Please welcome her with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
In Medina's heart, a garden once bloomed, now a barren land where legends lay still. Their stories made silent by the tyrants of the land, but their fire remains burning in the hearts of man. Now let me tell you a story of right and wrong and right. In whispers soft I speak of the Lady of Light, whose presence illuminates the darkest night. Her truth a beacon in world of light. A son is a blessing, a daughter is a mercy, and Fatima is a mercy for all of mankind. For a child, the mother's feet are heaven's gate, and Fatima's feet are where heaven's princes await. Marriage, completing a man's faithful state. Fatima, completing complete faith's faith. After this, how can you deny her right? Her birthright given to her by God's own light. Yet in Al-Baqi's sorrowful ruins, we find echoes of the past and whispers of the divine. Oh Fatima, your legacy a timeless art, engraved in history, etched in every heart. In Al-Baqi's demolished walls we see the resilience of faith through eternity. Each stone a story etched in time, legends of faith in rhyme and rhyme. Sons of Fatima, revered and dear, rest in Al-Baqi, their presence so clear. Now take the story further, a story of wrong and right. In screams so loud we speak of the Lady of Light, whose home was broken, now shrine is broken too. We won't stay silent now, no matter what you do. Set your heart ablaze with heaven's divine light, and spread the fire until we blind their sight.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Brothers and sisters, again, I know the weather is cold, it's April. We should not be facing this weather in April, but we are. But alhamdulillah, by God's grace, we have been given a blessing, and that is the names of the 14 Ma'soomeen. So I ask all of you to warm up your hearts. Please chant with me. Labbaik ya Zahra!
لبيك يا زهراء
Labbaik ya Zahra!
لبيك يا زهراء
Labbaik ya Hussein!
لبيك يا حسين.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ali
For
Saud.
those who are wondering that are watching us, what happened 100 years ago in Saudi Arabia, by the family of Saud, Ali Saud, the children of Saud, they destroyed our shrines in a graveyard called Jannatul Baqi. We are protesting that today, and we demand the government of Saudi Arabia to rebuild those shrines today. Today. Enough is enough. You have destroyed our history. We are going to make sure that you rebuild all history. So all together, please, rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Now I'd like to call upon Brother Ali Saqlain, please, to recite in Noha. Please welcome him with the loudest salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Down, down, Ali Saud. Down, down, Ali Saud.
جنة البقي جنة البقي جنة البقي
جنة البقي.
جنة البقي
جنة
मिलके पढ़िए
البقي.
جنة البقي
جنة البقي.
तू भी हुई है वो बेनिशानी रसूल की कुछ ली हुई है कब्र मुताहर व तू नहीं है जन्नत महलों में दर गिराया गया ये जफ़ा मौला इसके सर की इंतहा दरबार
चले आजा
में क्या क्या Look where was the clothes had, but now is barren land. How we, your lovers, this pain can withstand. Blood from our eyes will flow for eternity. Oh, Jannatul Baqi. Everyone together. Scorching sun above and the heat beneath the sand. Will those who were killed and whose suffering was grand. Your soul bears the lady who walked across the sea. Oh, Jannatul Baqi. Oh, Jannatul Baqi. You see how the arrows were shot on with arrows it was crammed.
बकी
ओ
जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी
You've seen how the tyrants have burned her holy door, the breaking of her ribs, the crushing of the wall. She loved Fatima, the heart of our Nabi. Oh,
जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी
Look where was the told had stood now is barren land. How your lovers this pain can withstand. God from our eyes will call for eternity.
ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी
Scorching sun above and the heat beneath the sand. Will those who were killed and suffering was grand. Your soul bears the witness to all atrocities.
ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी
You see how the arrows were shot from her command. A coffin was used with arrows in the ground. The chief of the youth of Jannah was the
ओ
hero.
जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी
You've seen how the tyrants have burned her holy door. The breaking of her ribs, the crushing of whom she bore. She was Fatima, the heart of our Nabi.
ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी
रोता गया है कब्र को इस जुल्म से यहाँ। पामाल जैसे लाशाएं शब्बीर था वहाँ। है दिन की तेज धूप तो रातों की तीरगी।
ओ जन्नतुल बकी ओ जन्नतुल बकी ए जन्नतुल बकी ए जन्नतुल बकी
है जन्नतुल बकी में रंजो महन मलाल है एक तरफ मादर अब्बास का जलाल। पीछे हटो ये कब्र है उम्मुल बनीर की।
जन्नतुल बकी है जन्नतुल बकी है जन्नतुल बकी है जन्नतुल बकी
सदियाँ गुजर गई है मगर एतबार है हमको इमाम असर का बस इंतजार है। ताबीर हो बकी की आ जाए वो
के साथ भी हो सकती है पिक्चर
जन्नतुल बकी
आपके साथ हाँ दोनों तीनों के साथ दोनों के साथ
जन्नतुल बकी जन्नतुल बकी जन्नतुल बकी
Scorching sun above and the heat beneath the sand. We'll go
या नहीं सीधे सीधे
suffering.
सीधा जाएंगे रंडा
Your
सीधा क्वींस पे
to walk across the sea.
जन्नतुल बकी जन्नतुल बकी जन्नतुल बकी जन्नतुल बकी
बस कमर के कदम है अब हद सब्र की मरकद में फातिमा के है मोहसिन की कब्र की है मुंतजर की देर कि अब मुंतजर सभी
है जन्नतुल बकी है जन्नतुल बकी है जन्नतुल बकी है जन्नतुल बकी
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
rebuild al-Baqi
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
rebuild al-Baqi
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
rebuild al-Baqi
Brothers and sisters, until you thank the creation, you do not thank the Creator. So at this time, I want to give thanks to each and every one of you for coming out in this cold weather. I want to thank the volunteers for all their hard work and the preparation that they've done for this protest. And especially a large thank you, a huge thank you goes out to the Toronto Police Force, which have joined us today to ensure that this protest happens peacefully and safely, and have been with us from the beginning and will be with us to the end. So on behalf of all of us, on behalf of the organization, I want to take this opportunity to thank the Toronto Police Force, the Toronto Police, for their cooperation and their help with this protest. Now, all together, please join me in chanting, down, down, Ali Saud!
down down Ali Saud
Down, down, Ali Saud!
down down Ali Saud
For those who are watching us, for those who are listening to us, in case if you are wondering why we're out here, approximately 100 years ago, in this country of Saudi Arabia, in the city of Medina, there was an act of terrorism, an act of atrocity, an act of oppression that was taking place, where the government of Saudi Arabia, the family of Ali Saud, the Saud family had destroyed the shrines that were built for the family of our Prophet. So we are here today to demand the country of Saudi Arabia to rebuild all of those mausoleums again, all those shrines again, all those holy sites again. We are on the streets to cause awareness, to let all of you know why we are out here. This has been approximately 100 years of tyranny and oppression from the family of Saudi Arabia, from the family of Ali Saud, those who are in charge in the countries, in the cities of Saudi Arabia. So we ask all of you to please join us together and say, rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Down, down, Ali Saud!
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 Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Labbaik ya Hussein!
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 Please max my voices. There's more than you. There's only one of me. As loud as you can from the bottom of your hearts. Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Down, down, Ali Saud!
Down, down, Ali Saud!
Down, down, Ali Saud!
down, down, Al Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Al Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Al Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud. Brother Alamdar Musli will continue his English Noha, inshallah, in regards to Jannatul Baqi. So we ask all of you to give jawab and give response to his Noha, inshallah. Bismillah.
Look inside this heart of mine, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
Look inside this heart of mine, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul
Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi.
You will see a shattered shrine, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
Broken graves with tears of grief, clouds with somber moods. Broken graves with tears of grief, clouds with somber moods. Sleeping with this pain combined, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
They tormented my master's life, even in their death. They tormented my master's life, even in their death. Don't they fear the one divine, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul
Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi. Look inside this heart of mine, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
Along with Baqir and Hassan, Abid and Ja'far. Along with Baqir and Hassan, Abid and Ja'far. I want to rest in that line, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
How elegant, how beautiful you were come to me. How elegant, how beautiful you were come to me. In my heart is your design, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul
Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul
Baqi. You will see a shattered shrine. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
with the son of Murtada, the moon of Fatima. With the son of Murtada, the moon of Fatima. Once again we'll see you shine. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
Oh, how I want to hold their shine, cry my eyes away. Oh, how I want to hold their shine, cry my eyes away. To Abbas provide a sign. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
along with Baqir and Hassan, Abid and Jafar, along with Baqir and Hassan, Abid and Jafar. I want to rest in that line. Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul
Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
Broken graves with tears of grief, clouds with somber moods. Broken graves with tears of grief, clouds with somber moods. Sleeping with this come back. Jannatul Baqi, 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 Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi.
They tormented my master's life, even in their death. They tormented my master's life, even in their death. Don't they fear the one divine? Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi,
Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi, Jannatul Baqi. Brothers and sisters, we are now approaching our destination at Nathan Phillips Square. We have a large audience here that is listening to us, watching us, and probably wondering why we're here. It is now a perfect opportunity for people to understand. For those who are standing on the side, I ask you, our volunteers are handing out pamphlets and brochures to explain what is happening. So I ask you all to please, for those who are on the sides, on the streets, to please take a pamphlet, take a brochure, so you understand exactly what is happening. We are here approximately 100 years ago. My fellow citizens of Toronto, approximately 100 years ago, in the city, in the country of Saudi Arabia, in the city of Medina, in the country of Medina, in the city of Medina, in the country of Saudi Arabia, there was a despicable act of terrorism which took place. There was a despicable act of terrorism which took place where the family of Ali Saud, the family of Saudi Arabia.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
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 لبيك يا حسين.
لبيك يا حسين.
لبيك يا حسين.
لبيك يا حسين. We are here to protest that atrocity that happened 100 years ago where they destroyed the tombs, they destroyed the shrines of the family of our Holy Prophet. And we are here to demand the country of Saudi Arabia to rebuild those mausoleums, rebuild those shrines, rebuild those tombs where we go and visit. Medina, all of you are well aware, Medina is very and they have destroyed that grave inside of a graveyard called Jannatul Baqi. It's called Jannatul Baqi. They destroyed those graves 100 years ago. And we are here asking them to rebuild those graves, rebuild those shrines. You can see the pictures of all the kids are holding up pamphlets, and we ask you all to take a look because we want to restore history. These are holy sites. This is for the family of our Holy Prophet, and we are here to rebuild Al-Baqi. So all together, please, from the bottom of your heart, rebuild Al-Baqi! Rebuild Al-Baqi! Rebuild Al-Baqi! Rebuild Al-Baqi! Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi. Down, down, Ali Saud. Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud!
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud!
لبيك يا زهراء.
لبيك يا زهراء!
لبيك يا زهراء.
لبيك يا زهراء!
لبيك يا زهراء.
لبيك يا زهراء!
لبيك يا حسين.
لبيك يا حسين!
لبيك يا حسين.
لبيك يا حسين!
لبيك يا حسين.
अभी हैदर सर जो ऑटो जहाँ नजर आ रहा है ना उसके पीछे सामने की प्लास्टिक
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi!
Rebuild
We
Al-Baqi.
are here to protest and demolish the destruction of the grave of the cemetery of Jannatul Baqi, which happened 100 years ago in the country of Saudi Arabia in the city of Medina. So we are raising our voices for those who would like to know why we are here. This happened 100 years ago. We are demanding the country of Saudi Arabia to rebuild those mausoleums, those shrines, those graves again, so that because they are historic sites which mean the world to us. So I ask all the speakers and all the spoken word poets who I've addressed to please join me here. If you can see my hand, Sister Sakina, Maulana Sayyid Jari, if I can ask you please to come.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud. We are
Down,
approaching
down,
the end.
Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud. We're approaching the end of our rally. We'd like to thank you. We will not be here. We have one spoken word piece from Sister Sakina Hassan Ali and a few words from Sayyid Jari Haider Zadi. So I ask you all to please join. For those who are standing in the back, please come a little closer so that we can join here. The buses are in the back. We are almost finished. But please, just a little bit more warmth, all together. Labbaik ya Hussein! Labbaik ya Hussein! Down, down, Ali Saud! Down, down, Ali Saud!
Down, Ali Saud!
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
I'd like to now call Sister Sakina Hassan Ali to please present her beautiful spoken word poetry for today. Please welcome her with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
My heart aches. My heart aches as I witness the dark history and present day phenomenon that there is a movement that seeks to eradicate the sacred Islamic legacy so that the future generations of Muslims are limited to their affiliation of their true religious heritage. My heart aches. This movement is one that seeks to bury the truth, and you and I will not let that happen. No, you and I will speak against the movement that seeks to erase the pieces of the puzzle of our faith. Destroying the graves of the righteous people is to try to bury the truth of Islam. But to the desecrators we say fear, O people who try to erase the truth. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Khabir, the all-aware. We demand the Saudi government to rebuild the mausoleums in Baqi, and they tell us that this is an innovation. I express that indeed I will only follow the path that Allah decrees. For in Surah Kahf verse 21, Allah tells us that we may build a masjid over the people, the righteous people's graves. So tell me please how Ali Muhammad is not among these. Proudly I say that the shrines of our Imams are an expression of our love for Ali Muhammad and a remembrance of the benefaction they made towards this ummah. Oh, it is our only desire to rebuild Baqi, to honor the souls of the pious, to honor the souls of the righteous. The very land where the Prophet would send his salams to the departed souls is the very land our holy Imams are buried, the very land we call Al-Baqi. Sacred is this land, for buried here is the Prophet's companions and family. Sacred is this land where despite the destruction the oppressors try, the believers will flock the land and show Islam's legacy is always alive. Oh, the resistance of the Muslims so profound. Oh, the importance of the collective ummah around. Our duty is to ensure the preservation of Baqi. For this manifestation lies on our voices, petitions, and pleads. For this manifestation lies in our voices, petitions, and pleads. Salawat.
Thank you so much, Sister Sakina Hassan Ali, for that beautiful piece. Again, for her tawfiqat, please recite it loud. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. In closing, I'd like to call upon Maulana Sayyid Jari Haider Zaidi, please, for a few closing words, inshallah. And then after that, we will have one more closing remark by myself, and inshallah, we will depart. So please welcome Maulana Sayyid Jari Haider Zaidi with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وآله الطاهرين صلوات على محمد وآل محمد So, alhamdulillah, there are a lot of people that could see. There are people within us, and then the people that are exterior, they're looking and listening what's happening. So I just want to make very clear and very transparent that why are we here, mashallah. Brother Abbas has done his job. Different other brothers that have come in, sister that has come in, mashallah, she has spoken very, very nicely. But just wanted to remind myself and also everyone here and also the people that are listening that we all have gathered here to protest the terrorism that was 100 years back, when there were some blessed graves that were being desecrated, and they were not only desecrated in Baqi', but also in Jannat al-Mu'alla in Mecca, and so many other graves around Hijaz were being damaged and desecrated by one family, by the combination of two families basically, Muhammad bin Saud, the Al Saud family, and Muhammad bin Abdul Wahab Al Sheikh and the Wahhabi family. So we had to make very, very clear that why are we here? And we want to make sure that this is not something which is only pertinent to Tashayyu. This is not something which is only pertinent to Muslim. This is something that we're talking which has to do with human beings. You go to each and every country, you might differ with them ideologically, you might differ with them religiously, you might differ with them politically, but at the end of the day, every nation celebrates the memories of their heroes, right? Let's take the example of Gandhiji, right? In India, there is a statue of him. You take the example of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, right? He has a whole statue and people are venerating it, right? You might differ with them ideologically, but one thing which is very common among the people is that they're going to celebrate their heroes, right? Their memories, all the things that has to do with them, right? You go to Lahore, you go to Karachi, you'll see the shrine of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah or Allama Iqbal or different other people. You come here, Terry Fox, who does not know about Terry Fox, right? Somebody who used to run for marathon, right? Everyone that's listening to me here, you have the roads, you have the streets on his name. And likewise, you go to a little bit, take north from 401 in Mavis and go all the way to the cemetery, right? In that cemetery, you have the memorial of the people that were fallen in 1951 war against North Korea. Those fallen soldiers, they're still being venerated, their graves are still being remembered. So this is something which is very common across the humankind. But there's only one exception, and that one exception is the exception of Al Saud and their ilks.
Down, down, Al Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Al Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
We have to be very, very clear upon this point, right? These are the people that not only have desecrated the grave, but they are the people that would dishonor the people that would respect those graves. And who are the people that are buried there? Imam Hassan is buried there. Sayyidah Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salatu wasalam is buried there. Sayyidah Fatima bint Asad is buried there. Imam Zainul Abidin is buried there. Imam Muhammad Baqir is buried there. Imam Sadiq is buried there. And not only the people that we are revering, the wives of the Prophet, example, Sayyidah Salama is buried there. And Sayyidah Maymuna is buried there. All of these people are being respected by Shias and Sunnis, right? And still you would see that these are the people that have no care for anyone. And they were the people that even wanted to desecrate the grave of the Prophet.
Down, down, Al Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Al Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
If it wouldn't be for the protest that Muslim came up, I am very sure, and I have all the collections of their fatwas and all the rulings and all the edicts in which they have clearly said, if we would get an opportunity, we would destroy the green shrine of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So by doing the protest, you're also making sure that the shrine of the Prophet is safeguarded too. Because if they would always try the Muslim, if the Muslims are still coming in, they would come with those stupid statements. And they would always see the nerves of the Muslims. So Muslims are coming to protest or not. If Muslims are not coming, irrespective of your sect, irrespective to the school of thought that you belong, you all have to be here in order to defend the sanctity of the Prophet, the sanctity of Ali Muhammad, and the sanctity of the blessed companions of the Prophet that have laid their lives for the cause of the Prophet.
Down, down, Al Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Al Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
And that should not only be the practice that you would do once in a year. No, that's a practice that you have to do throughout the year. That is a practice that we need to do. We need to make the people aware that there are the people like us that are the protector of the legacies, and then there are the people like the family of Al Saud that are the ones that are desecrating, damaging and destroying the legacies of Al Muhammad and the Prophet Muhammad's family.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Lastly, I would like to thank everyone that were here. All the participants that were here, that would not have been possible if you all were not here, firstly. Secondly, I would like to thank every volunteer. right? So much hard work is being put behind it. My gratitude, my appreciation for whosoever has put whatever effort. Thirdly, the appreciation goes to everyone that was here, Maulana that was here, Abbas Bhai, and everyone that has done, Alamdar, and so many other people that have recited. I cannot name each and everyone, but whatever you have done for sake of Fatima Zahra alayhi salatu. Yes, we are here to defend the sanctity of Al Muhammad. It's easier to defend sanctity in your home. It is easier to defend it behind the keyboard. It is easier to do it in a mambarga. But sometimes it is difficult to come outside and do it in the streets. And alhamdulillah, you all have proven that you have the sincere affection of the family of the Prophet. And finally, this all we are doing is in order for us to raise our voices so this voice would go to the relevant authority. We can only protest. We can only chant slogans. We can only communicate our message. But there are some policymakers that are listening to your message. Your chants, your nare, your slogan, all of it is being witnessed. And inshallah, the harder we say, the louder we say, it's going to go to the relevant authority. And when it's going to go to the relevant authority, inshallah, we would act as a pressure group. So that, inshallah, in our life, inshallah ta'ala, we can see the recreation and the reconstruction of Jannatul. At the end, inshallah, we ask Allah Almighty that, Ya Allah, we give you the wasilah of Muhammad alayhi salam. Ya Allah, we are here in order for a reason, in order for a thing that we have in our mind. We are very ideologically motivated. We ask Allah Almighty that, Ya Allah, bihaqq Fatima Zahra, her blessed progeny, her husband, her father, Ya Allah, inshallah, give us the opportunity so that we can see the reconstruction of Jannatul Baqi, Allah. And Ya Allah, give us the opportunity that inshallah when we witness it under the leadership of Imam Sahib al-Zaman. And Ya Allah, please fulfill the hajat and the supplications of everyone here, inshallah. Salawat ala Muhammad wa al Muhammad.
Thank you so much, Maulana, for that. In closing, just a few minutes of Lakmiya Noha by Brother Ali Saqlain. So please welcome him with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Rebuild Al-Baqi.
Down, down, Ali Saud. Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Oh Jannatul Baqi, oh Jannatul Baqi,
Oh Jannatul Baqi, oh Jannatul Baqi.
Look where once the troops had stood, now in barren land. How we, your lovers, this pain can withstand. Blood from our eyes will flow for eternity.
Oh Jannatul Baqi, oh Jannatul Baqi, oh Jannatul Baqi, oh Jannatul Baqi.
Scorching sun above and the heat beneath the sand. Will those who were killed and whose suffering was grand. Your soul bears a witness to all atrocities.
Oh Jannatul Baqi, oh Jannatul Baqi, oh Jannatul Baqi, oh Jannatul Baqi, oh Jannatul Baqi.
14 sun above and the heat beneath the sand, where those who were killed and whose suffering was grand. Your soil bears a witness to all atrocities.
Oh Jannatul Baqi, oh Jannatul Baqi, oh Jannatul Baqi, oh Jannatul Baqi. Down, down, Ale Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
Down, down, Ale Saud.
Down, down, Ali Saud.
At the end, we're just concluding the program, and I would like to thank every one of you, every single one of you, particularly the families who have brought the little kids, for coming here and basically helping us, making an effort to rebuild the Jannatul Baqi. May Allah bless you all, and may Bibi Fatima Zahra bless you all, inshallah. Ameen. And I would also like to extend my thanks to all the GTA centers, because every center cooperated with us. Every center was very, very cooperative, and I thank all of them. And in addition, I thank the local authorities, particularly Nathan Flint Square and the 52 Division. They were with us. You notice that they gave us a separate lane altogether from all the way. And Alhamdulillah, we were blessed to have their attention, and we were blessed to have, you know, their complete protection throughout the journey. So thank you very much for all the local authorities, and you know, from the bottom of our hearts. And once again, I'm just concluding. We're going to be together, inshallah, again next year. Next year is the actual demolition was done on 1925. So the next year we're actually marking 100 years from the Georgian calendar. So please participate next year with good efforts, and basically convey our message as well next year, so everybody can participate and make a big effort and a big noise about it. Thank you very much again.
With the advice speech, this concludes today's protest. On behalf of the organization committee, I want to thank all of you for being with us here today. Your reward is with Sayyidah Fatima Zahra, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you all. The buses are in the back. However, before you go, on my left here, there is a table with tea and water. It's a cold day. We would ask you all to please take tea, water, and I believe there's the baruch as well there. There's the baruch as well there, tea and water you can take there, and your buses are in the back as well. Again, may Allah bless you all for being with us here today. To conclude, please, with Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. If you have a banner, if you have any sort of sign, there's a box right in the middle here. Please deliver them in the box here. Thank you.